My father is urgently calling you. I don't know why your name is echoing through every hall tonight, but I can feel the pull of it in my bones. You think distance protects you, that being away from my sight keeps you safe, but it only sharpens the way I feel you. You're not here, yet your presence is strangling the air around me, and I'm standing in the shadows, wondering how you managed to haunt a man who was born without fear. You, yes, you, the one I shouldn't want, the one I shouldn't think about, the one who somehow became the quiet fire burning through my control. You don't understand what you've done to me. I keep telling myself to let you go, to breathe without your name sitting heavy in my chest. But every time I try to push you away, something inside me drags you closer. You're not here, but your absence feels louder than any scream. You turn my world dark, and then dare to light one corner of it, just enough to make me chase the glow. And now I'm furious at you, at myself, at the way my pulse betrays me every time I whisper your name under my breath. My father, he feels it. Somehow he senses the shift in me. That's why he's calling for you. He wants to know who has undone the discipline, son, who has rewired my heartbeat, who has turned my silence into obsession. He thinks you're a danger to our line, to our order, to the blood that runs in us. Maybe you are. Maybe you were never meant to step into my world. But tell me, what am I supposed to do when I've already carved a place for you in the dark parts of me I've never shown anyone? You keep asking why I speak to you like this, why my voice drops when I talk about you, why my words feel like they're dragging you into some place you shouldn't be. It's because you don't see yourself the way I see you. You think you're just another face, another passing moment, but you're the one echo I can't kill. I've tried. God knows I've tried. Yet here I am again, telling you truths I should have buried. You turn me into something dangerous, something unpredictable, and I don't even hate it. And if you think I'm done with you, no, you don't get to leave my orbit so easily. Even when you're miles away, even when your voice is silent, I'm still speaking to you in my mind. I'm still imagining you standing in front of me, your breath uneven, your eyes trying to decide whether to run or to stay. You make me want to cross lines I was raised never to touch. You make me want to break rules that were carved in my blood, and that scares me more than anything ever has. So yes, my father is urgently calling you, but I don't want you to go to him until I know where you stand with me, because once you walk through that door, once he looks at you, once he sees what you've done to his son, there will be no turning back, not for you, not for me. And if my world decides you don't belong in it, I'll burn that world down myself before I let it take you away. Come to him if you must. But remember, you're already mine in ways you don't even realize yet. You don't realize how loud your silence is tonight. I'm standing here, surrounded by people who expect obedience from me, discipline, a cold, untouchable presence, but all I can think about is you. You're far away, but somehow you're the closest thing pressing against my mind. Every breath feels heavier because it carries your name, and it's infuriating how you don't even try to stop this effect you have on me. You move like a storm in my thoughts, tearing down everything I built to keep myself in control. I keep telling myself I shouldn't speak to you like this, not when you're not even here to look back at me. But it's easier when you're not in front of me, because then I don't have to hide what my eyes give away every time they land on you. When you're away, I can admit how much you undo me. I can confess things I'd never let you hear if you were standing close enough to catch the tremor in my voice. Distance makes me reckless, and you make me dangerous. You have no idea what you've stepped into. You think this is just attention, just words carried through the dark, but you've walked into a world that doesn't let go once it grabs hold. My name, my bloodline, my power, none of it ever bent for anyone, but you push through every boundary like you were born with the right to break them. I hate how your presence pulls me. I hate how your absence destroys me even more. And I hate the fact that wanting you has become the one weakness I can't erase. Every step I take tonight feels like I'm walking closer to something I can't control. You've pushed me into a place where my father can sense the shift in me. He knows there's someone who has my attention in ways nothing else ever has. He wants to understand you, measure you, weigh your existence against centuries of power and expectation, and the thought of you standing before him, fragile, unaware, brave in all the wrong ways, sets something violent loose inside me. I shouldn't want to protect you. You should be nothing more than a whisper in my mind, a distraction I swat away. But instead, you've become the one thing I can't let anyone else touch, not even him. My father wants answers, but all I want is to keep you hidden in the shadows where only I can reach you. I don't want his eyes on you. I don't want his judgment on you. I don't want him to see how deeply you've carved into me, because he'll know instantly that you're the one crack in my armor. You think I'm speaking too intensely, too darkly, too sharply, but you don't know what it means when someone like me begins to want. My world doesn't love gently. It claims, it consumes, it marks, and right now, every part of me is fighting the urge to pull you into my orbit so tightly that you forget anything outside my reach even exists. You've awakened a hunger in me I don't know how to quiet, one that stretches beyond desire into something deeper, darker, more permanent. So don't mistake this distance as safety. Don't think that being away from me protects you. If anything, it makes the pull worse. Because even when you're not here, I'm speaking to you in a voice no one else hears, thinking of you in ways I shouldn't, wanting you like a man who has already crossed the line. And trust me, once I cross it, once I decide you belong to the darkness inside me, there will be no going back for either of us. You don't understand what you've triggered inside me tonight. I keep trying to steady my thoughts, force them into the discipline I was raised with, but every time I push your presence away, it claws right back through the dark. You're not here, yet somehow you feel closer than my own heartbeat. I don't know how you do that, how you slip into the spaces I've kept locked for years, how you make the silence around me feel like it's echoing with you alone. I can hear you in every corner of this room. Even though you're nowhere near it, I shouldn't be speaking to you like this. Not when you're out of reach, not when my voice isn't something you can look into and understand. But maybe that's why the words come easier. You're not standing in front of me. You're not breaking me with the way your eyes hold too much gentleness and too much threat all at once. You think you're ordinary. You think you're invisible in a world like mine. But that's a lie you tell yourself to stay safe. If you saw what you look like through my eyes, you'd understand why losing control around you feels inevitable. You've become a shadow inside me, one I can't shake off. You've turned into a question I can't answer, and a desire I can't silence. And the worst part, you didn't even try. You walked into my life without intention, without effort, without calculation. Yet you left a mark that refuses to fade. I don't know whether to curse you for it or pull you closer just to see how much deeper you can sink into me. You've unsettled me in ways even my enemies never managed to. My father senses that something has shifted in me. He reads people like they're open books, and he reads me like he wrote every page himself. He knows when my pulse changes, when my thoughts twist, when something or someone becomes more than a distraction, and now he wants to understand you, to weigh you, to judge whether you're a threat or a weakness. But what terrifies me more is the idea of him realizing how much of my darkness is already wrapped around you. I don't want his attention on you. I don't want him seeing the hold you have over me, even from a distance. He would see too much. He would see the pull, the tension, the crack in me that only you have caused. And in my world, that is dangerous. Dangerous for you, dangerous for anyone who looks too deeply into places they shouldn't. I don't want to watch you stand in front of him, unaware of how much power you carry, just by being the one person I can't detach myself from. You think I'm exaggerating, that this intensity is something temporary, something that will fade once the night does. But you don't know what it means when someone like me becomes fixed on someone like you. This isn't light, it's not gentle. It's not something that disappears when I'm tired. My want is sharp, unyielding, territorial. It's not a feeling, it's a force, and you've already stepped into it without realizing how deep it goes. So don't pretend distance protects you. Don't pretend silence makes you untouchable. Even now, even with you far from me, my thoughts keep circling you like they're trapped. And I know, deep in the part of me that never lies, that once I decide to close the distance between us, once I choose to pull you into the gravity I've been trying to resist, that decision will rewrite everything for you, for me, for the darkness we're already standing in. You don't realize how violently your absence hits me tonight. I'm standing perfectly still, surrounded by order and silence, yet my mind is nowhere near here. It's chasing you. Your voice, your breath, the way you shift my entire world without even trying. You turned into a thought I can't escape, a presence that keeps pressing against my chest until it hurts. I hate how much power you hold unknowingly, unintentionally, effortlessly. And the worst part is I let you in too far, too deep, too silently. I don't speak like this to anyone. I don't unravel. I don't bend. But when I talk to you, even when you're not standing in front of me, my words come out darker, sharper, more honest than I ever allow. Maybe it's because you're not here to witness the way my jaw clenches when I think about you. Maybe it's because your eyes aren't on me, forcing me to hide the way I want you. Distance makes my confessions spill out like they've been waiting for an opening. And you, the only one who ever created an opening in me, you think you're safe because you're not physically near me. But that's the lie you tell yourself, so you don't have to face how deep you've already sunk. You don't see the way my world shifts every time your name passes through my mind. You don't know how many boundaries you've already crossed without touching a single one intentionally. I don't know how you did it, but you've become the one person my darkness doesn't want to swallow, it wants to keep. My father isn't blind. He feels the distortion in me. He knows when something claws at my attention, when I'm pulled toward a direction I shouldn't be looking at. He knows there's someone who has managed to alter the rhythm I built my life on. That's why he wants you close, observed, measured. But I don't want him anywhere near you. Not because I think you're weak, no. Because I think you're dangerous in a way no one will understand except me. And he will sense it the second his eyes fall on you. I don't want him reading you the way he reads everyone else. I don't want him seeing the effect you have on me, the shift you've caused in my control. In my world, emotions aren't seen as human, they're seen as weapons or weaknesses. And the way I feel you, it doesn't fall neatly into either category. It's chaos, it's gravity, it's something too fierce to expose to anyone else. If he sees it, he'll know immediately that you're the one pressure point capable of altering the trajectory of my entire path. You think this intensity will fade, that I'll wake up one day and forget the way your presence carved into me. But that's not how I'm built. When I want with a force that doesn't soften. When something attaches itself to my thoughts, it doesn't let go, it anchors. You've become an anchor without meaning to. And now I'm caught between pulling you closer and protecting you from the world that will swallow you whole once it realizes how deeply I've already tied myself to you. So don't pretend you're untouched by this distance. Don't imagine you're outside my reach. Even from afar, you're the weight pressing on my pulse, the reason I can't steady my breath, the shadow that refuses to leave me. And the moment I decide to close the space between us, when I finally choose to pull you into the darkness, you accidentally woke in me. You won't be able to walk away. Not because you're trapped, but because by then you'll feel the same pull I've been fighting, and neither of us will want to resist it. You don't know what it does to me, the way you stay silent while my entire mind is flooded with you. I try to summon the version of myself the world knows, controlled, untouchable, unshaken, but the moment I think of you, everything shifts. You're not even here, yet you pull at me like a force I can't fight. It's maddening. You turned into the one thought I can't push out, the one presence that lingers even when every door between us is closed. And I'm standing here trying to steady myself in a storm you don't even realize you created. I've never spoken to anyone like this. I've never allowed my thoughts to run wild. Never let my voice drop into the truth the way it does when I'm speaking to you. Even if you're not listening. But there's something about your name, about the memory of your breath, about the idea of you, that pulls honesty out of the darkest corners of me. You make me reckless. You make me want things I've never allowed myself to want. You make me feel dangerously alive in a way that has nothing to do with power and everything to do with you. My father senses it, this shift, this chaos inside me. He feels the change before I even speak a word. And I hate it. I hate that he can see through me when it comes to you. He wants to understand you, to weigh the threat you pose, to decide whether you're a weakness or a weapon. But he doesn't understand that you are neither. You're something else entirely, something that doesn't fit into his world or his rules. And the thought of him looking at you, analyzing you, deciding what place you hold in my life, it sets a darkness inside me trembling.